Last day for the windows. We've got like 7 left to do, and we can be ready to do the floor spray in this weekend. It is so hot here. It's like 1,000 degrees. So hot that I am rocking the jorts today. That's right. Hey, we're just gonna. An idea of what's going on with the window project. When we took the side panels out, we had to remove the windows in order to do that, and it broke the seal from the window. So we've had to put up some tarps to keep the water from leaking onto the floor, which we need to keep really dry so we can spray adhesive over without there being any rust underneath. What you're seeing there is just adhesive that was holding the rubber floor on before we removed it. So everything's good to go. This weekend, hopefully, we're going to do the spraying floor. What we've got going on now, though, is we're dealing with the windows, and when I cut out the side panels, when this is all hidden underneath the window, when the window's in place, you can see it here, you can't see that exposed. We actually had to trim through these little brackets, which put a little piece of metal up underneath the edge of each window so that they could caulk on top of it to seal the windows in. So what we're doing is we are removing these, and we are putting in place pieces of aluminum that the fine people of Best Buy Metals in Cleveland were able to trim for us just the way we needed them. And they're going up underneath the windows to make a new platform to put caulk on top of. There are 30 windows in this bus, and we've done 22 of the windows. We've gotten new aluminum put underneath, and so that we can caulk into the corners. And we've got 8 left to do. So these are the next 2 on the list. About to dig out all the old caulk, put in new aluminum pieces underneath the lip here, and then we are ready to go with the spray and liner, which is going to come all the way up the walls, up underneath these lips. I want them to be able to be sealed in as well, so it's important that I get that done before we spray the floor, the ceiling, and the walls with the lizard skin. the bus projects that we've been working on in the last couple weeks since the last video have been pretty all-consuming. We've been working on the floor still. Even to this moment, we have not sprayed the floor liner in yet, and it's been a little bit of a debacle fighting the rust for the last few weeks. So I started out spraying a layer of vinegar down on the floor, thinking that would sort it. We even got some like 30% vinegar, some industrial stuff, to try and fight the rust that was in the floor. And then the next morning, we'd find that the rust had come back, and then we would try and do spray in some more vinegar, and it was back again. All the while, we're not realizing that it's been raining at night and water's been leaking in underneath the windows that we pulled out and broke the caulking seal on, and we didn't find that out until later.
But you did also use water to spray out the vinegar.
I did.
And when we closed up the bus, humidity happened, and the entire floor became rust-filled again.
Rusty.
So we thought, well, the vinegar's not working, we'll try something different.
Not realizing the rain's been leaking in at night. So we did go buy some acid, some pretty strong stuff to spray onto the floors. We were just gonna take it up a notch. And I sprayed the acid in all over the interior of the bus.
And I asked him, what do we do next? And he says, oh, let's read the directions. So
better late than never.
Better late than never. So I go back and look at the instruction box, and it says, you have 10 minutes in order, between 4 and 10 minutes, this has to be neutralized. And we're like, why do you neutralize it? And they suggested baking soda. So I had 10 minutes to get to the store, buy like huge boxes of baking soda. The lady at the counter was like, are you making lots of biscuits? Like,
or
why?
meth. We're making meth.
I don't know. So I'm like, no, just cleaning. Thank you. Please don't call the police. So we bring the baking soda, I bring the baking soda back, and Brian puts it all over the bus, which made a beautiful paste.
It did. And so I spent the rest of the day brushing the paste that we had made out of the bus, and then getting it dry enough that we could blow it out with a blower. But
theoretically,
yeah, we thought we had a pretty good handle on it, and we even put some dehumidifiers in the bus overnight, expecting to come out in the morning and us be good to go to start the next step. And it had rained overnight, and that's when I figured out that water had been leaking in under the windows all along, and that was really what we had been fighting, not ineffective vinegar or anything like that, but actual the rain at night.
And there were puddles on our baking soda paste mixture at that point, and it was pouring down rain.
We were having a tropical storm fall out,
coming through.
And so I was livid, to say the least, and went and rented a buffing machine for the floors.
And bought tarps.
And completely tarped the bus.
In the middle of the tropical rainstorm.
I'm on the roof. It is raining cats and dogs, and I'm soaked, and I knew I was going to fall off the roof.
Yes.
Trying to tarp this thing, the neighbors must have thought we were idiots.
I had like 911 on speed dial just in case.
Sure.
We get all tarped, and the rain stopped, and the sun came out just as we were tying up the last string.
Conveniently.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
And so the buffing machine, it drug me all over the bus because I couldn't get any traction from the floor. It ended up making this just slime on the floor, and it was so thick, and the buffing machine just was throwing me all over the bus.
It's like walking on butter.
The boys got a kick out of watching me try and ice skate with this.
And I have no pictures of the buffing because Brian was not in the mood for photography at the moment. I tried a couple times to get on the bus, and he was like, no.
These are nasty lies, don't believe
it. No, not really.
So
he was not in a good mood.
After we got the buffing done on the bus, we went. I realized that it probably had a 1/4 inch of just brown, rusty slime.
Yes.
That the buffing machine, between the paste of the baking soda and the acid
and the water that had leaked.
And the water
Right.
So we took some towels, and we've got some pictures of the boys.
Brian still was not in the mood for photography.
Not at all.
I tried again.
Rinsing
no.
out a towel for me and handing me a fresh. I took it one square at a time and just hand wiped this bus out, and that hand them the dirty towel, and then hand me a clean one, and we got the entire bus wiped out by hand. And I am so over the floors.
Sore muscles.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Very
it's
sore.
ridiculous. But the good news is we have not had any more rust, any more issues with rain leaking into the bus. And this weekend we are ready to spray in the lizard skin liner finally. And I don't think there's
After
anybody
weeks later.
so ready to move on with this project. Hey everybody, sorry that it's so dark in here. We still have the tarps up and it's late Friday evening. We're getting ready to spray in the lizard liner tomorrow morning. So I just want to get you caught up to speed on what we've been working on the last couple days to get ready for Saturday morning. We were working on filling some gaps in the floor. We took some liquid nails. Well, I guess it's more like a liquid welding product, and we filled a couple gaps that were in the floor. We also shaved off some bolt heads that had come through the wall of the bus in preparation, and we done some wipe down of the bus. We still need to blow it out one more time in preparation for that spray and liner, which we're going to do again. If you remember, the entire bus, the floor, the walls, the ceiling, we're going to line everything out with lizard skin. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's an amazing product. It's got a sound deadening barrier, and then a thermal barrier goes on top. So we're really excited to have that in the bus. In the meantime, we're just ready to go ahead and, like I said, blow the bus out one more time with a blower to get the last little bit of debris out, and start the process for spraying in the liner in the morning. It's really exciting.
All right, so when Brian was buffing the bus, first of all, it was, had that buttery paste on it from the acid mixed with the baking powder, made a nice, lovely, slippery paste. I tried to take photos and video of Brian buffing the floor, but he was not in the best of moods, and one should never poke the bear. So since I don't have any real videos of it, the boys are going to reenact what their father looked like as he was buffing the floor.
So Abigail's been feeling left out because we haven't been filming her, so we're going to give her a moment.
Hi, so I'm really tired of being the ghost child over there that exists vaguely in the imagination of the viewers. So I'm taking a video. Anyway though, so the other day Dad had me cutting metal, which was my first job, and I was excited, except for the fact that it was extremely hot. And yeah, so just being out there for hours, and I wasn't even out there the whole time. It was crazy. So the fact that the boys are out there hours on end, I mean, good job.
Yeah, Abigail, we've literally had thousands of viewers say that they wanted more video of our oldest child.
Okay.
I like catching lightning bugs. They're so fun to catch. They don't even hurt you when you catch them. See? He didn't even hurt me. And I don't even know if it's a he or she, but that doesn't matter. The trick is to just wait until they shine their light.